Hi, I'm Tom, and in this video I show you how I kitbashed the Psyker or Psykinetic from Warhammer Darktide. But first, let's get inspired.
No hope,
Ranger, you
no
got
safety, only.
As you could hear there, the Psyker has to balance between using their powers to pop the brains of their enemies and losing control over their own mind. Spirits whisper to you the more you use your powers until you quell the voices within. It is savage to come across a powerful enemy and just pop its skull open.
Grab some of that ammo.
Poxbuster destroyed!
This game is awesome. This video is the second part in a series where I'm kitbashing the strike squad from the game to make it into a diorama.
The Emperor is silent!
In the last video, I kitbashed the Ogryn Skullbreaker.
Hideous multi! Strike shotgunner!
The Psyker eventually gets access to this Emperor Palpatine style lightning strike. Do it! Which is cool.
Preaching the Empyrean!
As I said in the previous video, this game is a perfect balance of stress and calm. And now for a brain popping montage. Montage!
Almost there. Have a grenade.
Poxflamer's dead!
Here is the Ogryn from the last video. In this video, I'll be kitbashing the Psyker. The closest model I could find to match the character is the gene stealer called Clamavus. The chestplate and ropes are very close to the Psyker, but I will also need to do some kitbashing. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Why does Games Workshop put books and tactical rocks under the feet of characters? It's stupid. Anyway, I built the base of the body for the model and removed any Gene Stealer cult emblems. This one on the robe was cut off and smoothed out. Then onto the torso. The cult model has sharp points on it which I'll remove and sand down. Also has them on the waistband and all the piping around the model. The Psycho also has a handgun, so I'll attach this to the leg. I then got to work on the arms, which were the most difficult bit. One arm is perched on the side of the temple and the other is stretched out. I went through all my bits and I settled on this Genestealer cult dagger arm. I measured it against the model just to get a feel for the sort of shape. I settled on this Scion's arm. I also gave it this head which I hated, so I removed, and I ended up using a head from the Palanite Enforcers kit. The Psyker's face is calm, it's not open or screaming, just relaxed. I then decided to shape the chest plate by removing excess pipes and shaping it into an oval to match the artwork. I made sure I constantly referred to the artwork throughout this kitbash. I then added this triple Aquila bit thing to the loincloth where the cult symbol was, and then used some plastic glue to smooth out the cuts. So I measured and shaped the arms until they were in the correct position for the pose for the artwork. So I cut off the hand, attached this to the arm, and use some pink tag to position it. After measuring, I realised that I still needed more of a bend in the elbow, so I ended up cutting the arm at the elbow and broke it into 2 pieces. I then used green stuff and sprue glue to fill all the gaps. The second arm was the staff-wielding arm from the Clamavus kit, which just needed repositioning slightly. So I got some green stuff and filled the gaps. The Psyker has a weird box thing on its chest. If anyone knows what this is, please let me know. I used this random Space Marine piece for it. I sanded it down and glued it in place. I then needed the hand that is casting the spell, and the best I could find was in the Penitent Engine kit. Spoiler for a future video. And this is the moment that I lost the said hand for about 5 minutes. Can you see it? Because I couldn't. So, 5 minutes later, after looking and realising it was in front of me the whole time on the table, I attached it to the left arm. I then decided to remove some more pipes on the chest to make it more like the artwork. Then onto the armour. I use plasticard, which is like bendy plastic sheet if you haven't used it before. I cut out strips measured a shoulder pad and then shaped it with clippers and a sanding stick. This plasticard is amazing because you can bend it into shape. It obviously has a point where it will crack, but it's quite a lot of bending before it'll snap. So I bent the plasticard over and sculpted these two shoulder pads. I then use some dried green stuff. When this stuff is dry, it becomes bendy. So I used it in thin strips to shape the gauntlets of the Psyker. I superglued the end in place, waited for the superglue to dry, and bent it round the arm. I then used some fresh green stuff to sculpt the hood of the Psyker. I used a knife to shape it and then cut the excess off. And used water to smooth out any fingerprint marks or cuts that you don't want to be visible. Wetter the better. That's what she said. I shaped it to match the artwork and then made sure any bits that had been cut were smooth by using the thin plastic glue to smooth out the surface. I then removed this tactical book. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. As you can see here, it's pretty much pointless. The legs are basically flat anyway. And then gave it a quick paint job, and this is what it looked like. Like I said before, all of the strike team will be made into a diorama where they are fighting off poxwalkers and cultists. Which one would you like to see me do next? If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and leave a comment or a suggestion, and check out my other videos. If you would like to support my channel further, please consider supporting me on Patreon or by using my affiliate links in the video description. I'd like to thank my patrons for all your support, you absolute legends. Thanks for watching.